In this video, we're going to have a look at how we use mathematical models and the regression line to calculate some values. So on this screen, we've got a set of data, and we might have calculated our line of best fit, and we'll look at how we do that in a moment. The important thing to remember is that if our data set, our numbers begin from here and run until here, the model that we create is accurate within this area. But if we're guessing or creating values that are outside of this area, we call it extrapolating. When we're extrapolating the data, it's not as accurate as it is when it's within this area here, because the model that we've made is based on these values, so we know that it's accurate. We can also calculate the mean point when we're drawing a line of best fit. So if you're ever asked to do it manually, draw a line of best fit, start with the mean point. And to do that, you add up the y values and find the average, as well as the x values and find the average. So with our notation, that's the average of x and the average of y. So that is how you would find that point. So all of the data, add up all of the x values, average them, all of the y values, average them, and that's how you get those two. But we can use our calculator to find our line of best fit. So in this example here, construct a scatter plot. Now we know we can do that on the calculator and do a quick sketch. So into statistics, I've already got my data in there, so I'm going to click graph, check my settings. Yes, I'm on a scatter plot. Graph 1, there's my scatter plot. Now straight away I can see that it's going to have a positive R value. So let's do our calculations. So you come up with the values A, B, and R. Now you might have seen y equals mx plus c in the past. We're going to use that same concept, but instead we're going to have y equals ax plus b. And you'll see that in our calculator, these values, the a and the b values, are there for us. So we've constructed a scatter plot, the least squares regression line. Now that line, the least squares regression line, is that line of best fit. So for me, that line of best fit is going to look like y equals, and I'm going to substitute in my values for a, 4.18 x plus, and my b value now is, it's going to be a negative, minus 56.7. So that is how I would create the least squares regression line. Estimate the weekly grocery bill for a family with an annual income of £95,000. Okay, so income is the x value, 95,000. All I need to do is substitute that in to my equation. So y, or the grocery bill, will be equal to 4.18 multiplied by 95,000. And remember, we're working in £1,000 here, so I'm just going to have 95. Subtract 56.7, and I pop that into my calculator to find an answer. Comment on whether this estimate is likely to be reliable. So I've substituted in an x value. It's at 95. I can see that my lowest value is 25 and my highest value is 64. So again, that 95 is right outside our data set. So we're extrapolating the data, therefore it's not accurate because it's outside of our model. It still gives us an indication, but we know that it's not going to be accurate.